Hello, it's been another 2 weeks. Time for a new progress update in video format. I want to keep it short this week, even though I have plenty stuff to talk about. I want to dive right into it. So, this is where I left off last time, Sunday, 10th of September. Um, yeah, I didn't do that many workouts in pull ups and push ups the last 2 weeks. Nothing too special, pretty below average, I would say. Especially last weekend, for 3 consecutive days I did not get enough reps in, but I did manage to get in a 32-kilometer run, my longest training for my marathon, wearing a 10 kilo vest. Yeah, also some plenty of running in preparation as well. In 2 weeks I will have run the marathon, hopefully, and I'll make a video about that. Of course, reflecting back on it, how this goal has impacted my life. I don't know what I'll tell you there. Have to wait and see. Yeah, workouts, nothing too special. Just trying to stay consistent, get my repetitions in for the day. Even though it was quite hard, especially the past week, because I was suffering from epilepsy again, starting sort of on Saturday and Sunday, barely, but last Wednesday I had to call off work because I was having sort of an episode regarding epilepsy and suffering from memory loss. I would not have benefited from working that day. I would not be of any help. Well, not any help. It was better for me to skip a day and try to recover. Now, yeah, let's say I've recovered quite well on Thursday and Friday. Also because some of my colleagues had come back and we were quite determined to give our best. Yeah, the weekend off with some friends. Also, I could not get a lot of repetitions in, and that's okay. Time for recreation is not always that urgent, but it is important. You just have to choose which recreation is important and which is not important. That's an important decision to make. Also, I've been in contact with some friends, supportive of my grandparents the past 2 weeks. I'm kind of losing my train of thought here because I'm improvising this video. Just looking back at the past 2 weeks, and I realize how much really is just not uh, active in my brain. I have a hard time remembering certain stuff, and maybe that's one way to highlight how epilepsy impacts my life. So from one side to the other, on Thursday the 14th, I did another pull-up record. Well, not a new record, but I equaled my personal best of 28 pull-ups that day. Yeah, I'd say it's going pretty well. I have no trouble getting 20 repetitions in. Also today I did like 3 of those. Uh, I feel myself getting stronger, but I also noticed that even though I get many repetitions in each day, it's sometimes becoming a burden because I have to show up again that day. I have to show up every day. It's a double-edged sword because it liberates me with discipline that I get a workout in. It's easy to start, but it also ties me to like, hey, you have to show up again today, even though you don't feel like it. So it's not always fun. It's kind of hard to show up every day, but I'm gonna stick with my consistency, at least for the rest of the year. Also, you may have noticed this before, but I think about it now. I got a haircut for the first time in like 10 months, probably. And I always thought of like growing it long enough so I could donate my hair, but I would have too much trouble managing my hair and yeah, be frustrated about it. Would not be worth sacrificing my happiness over. So I decided to cut it, and yeah, one positive that came out of it is that I saved plenty of money to purchase another Tesla share over the past year. Which actually brings me to a video that was released last weekend, or this weekend actually, about the Tesla humanoid robot, its progress with its dexterity in the hands and end-to-end neural net vision-based system is just mind-blowing. To think that a company is gonna scale production of a humanoid robot with the experience Tesla has, the databases, the vision. It's exciting as an investor, but it's worrying me as a person because ultimately some bots are gonna replace some jobs at an accelerating rate. And that means that people will find themselves soon to be out of a job, trying to find a new job where they also get replaced, and soon they find they cannot add any value to society, at least by earning a living. What are these people gonna do? How are they gonna find meaning in their lives? How are they gonna add value and find purpose? And it may sound trivial because, hey, then we no longer have to work, but it's a question that bothers me a little. Again, I'm very excited as an investor, and I think many good things will come from this. But I also worry about the people that will be felt left behind. Yeah, there's going to be plenty of discussions about this in the future. You can count on it. Not from me necessarily, but okay. Also, just going back randomly, my reading progress is quite bad. The last couple of weeks, I barely find any energy to read a physical book, even though it's my favorite book in the world. 7 Habits of Highly Effective People. My mind just is not into it past week or so. And I am listening to the new audiobook of Elon Musk, biography by Walter Isaacson, and I enjoy that very much. It's a great way to spend my time during workouts, in traffic, on my way to work, just walking or running. And even though I know quite a lot about Elon's life and businesses, hearing about it from a different perspective or hearing something entirely new is always interesting to hear. Talking about Tesla, I'm still considering purchasing my own vehicle one way or another. And I'm not in a rush, but I do want it as soon as possible. That sounds weird, but yeah, it's true. I just have not decided if I want a new Model Y or a new Model 3 Highland. The Model 3 Highland is cheaper and it offers plenty of value, and it's a complete new refresh and would be good enough for me. But the Model I is just so cool, especially with the large trunk, bigger passenger space, even though I don't need it. yeah, it's worth weighing the options against each other because ultimately each vehicle has their perks, and it's gonna impact my future decisions probably in some way. Because I think of using that vehicle to earn a secondary income, either by becoming an Uber driver or maybe towing stuff. So if only the Cybertruck were out, then it would solve all my problems. Yeah, soon, trademark. um, Going back to my weekly progress, nothing too much I want to highlight. Although, regarding my epilepsy, I did observe that my Oura ring tracked that I had half a degree Celsius of fever during the night for 3 nights in a row the past week when I was having epilepsy. Doesn't say too much, but it was an interesting statistic, to say the least. Something worthy of keeping an eye on. And for the next 2 weeks, I'm gonna take it a little bit easier, enjoy some nights with friends, and of course, the Saturday in 2 weeks, I will be running the 10 kilo marathon. I shared an update yesterday on my charity page and got some nice reactions to it, for which I'm grateful. Yeah, and other than that, there's not too much I want to highlight. So yeah, this video was a bit all over the place. Didn't put too much effort into it, but I wanted to get my thoughts out of my head. Again, I've said this before, these videos are maybe even more so for me than like for an income or for an audience, because this is my experiment. Like, how far can I go with this? What do I learn from it? Can I stay consistent? I stick to my promises I've made in the past to myself. And I don't want to give up on that. Yeah, I want to thank you for watching. If you ever want to talk with me, leave a reaction in the comments or reach out directly to me on X or whatever way suits you. And you will see me next time. I love you, dear stranger.